Hi guys, this is LT Survival. In today's video, again for cadets, a section equipment video that we're going to see and how to use it. I'm going to try to make it as fast as possible because it's going to be used probably into teaching, distance teaching. So I'm going to make short capsule. Okay. In the typical equipment we get from the Canadian Forces, sometimes we use, well, the old classic Nafta lantern, the Peak One. This is similar to the Peak One, but it's Coleman model. It's made by Coleman also. Peak One is multi-fuel. This one is only Nafta. And we got the good old Nafta stove. Yeah, 2 burners. Been using this for many years. You can see on this, I'm not sure if it's gonna show up, but it reads 1977. That was sent to the Arona store in Rimouski, where my father bought it. And the fuel in this one is 20 years old, and it's still working. I've tested it. So ours come with bare bone metal. Okay, not sure, can we see all of this, or should I adjust the screen? I'm gonna lower the screen a bit. Oh yeah, that's better. So basically, your basic equipment in a toboggan would be one of those, and sometimes one of those, or 2 of those. Okay, it depends. Depends on what you required. Okay, Peak stove, Coleman lantern, and this works the same. It's pretty easy. I'm gonna do B-rolls for close-up. Okay, so once you open the cover, you can deploy the windshield. Okay, they're easy. There's a tab here that has slot, and you can put it on. Okay, so that way the wind doesn't sweep across your flame. Okay, and you put your stove in the snow in the orientation that the wind is covered from. Lift the grid. Here I have a metal funnel, which is probably as old as my stove. And this is the tank. Fuel in the tank. You can pump the tank, turn 2 turns, then put your finger on the opening here and pump. You're gonna hear it. Okay, that's the pump pushing air into it. Lift this tab up for lighting, and then before you put it down, okay, once it works correctly, you can turn it a little, so to clean up the generator. So if I'm going around, okay, this is how you do it. To insert these in the newer model, this one it didn't matter. The handle is kind of long, and it interfere with this on the tank, and you have a stopper. So lift the handle, insert through the hole here, and insert through the hole over the first burner. Okay. That's how you assemble this stove. Lighting up is really simple. Turn this, have this up, turn this knob to open, and it's gonna start. Okay, you have a match. Okay, and you turn the fuel. You're gonna hear it. Here you go. Okay, let it warm up. Okay, we're inside, so that's going to be quick. okay? But let it warm up, and then you can open the second burner, which has a key here, which when you turn it forward this way, can you see it? Oh, when you turn it this way, shuts it down. If not, turn it the other way. You're gonna hear. Hey, here you go. Make sure to pump your tank because the pressure is gonna go fast with two burners. Okay. That's simple. I mean, when they're well kept, they work flawlessly. Ours is pretty beat up. Everyone is using them bad, and then they're thrown away, and they're getting, since we borrowed the material, I mean, they're difficult sometimes to start, and they're not that clean. Some of them are burned out. Okay, to shut it down, turn the key towards you. You can extend the key towards, turn the key towards you, and then shut down the valve all the way and let it cool. That's it. That's all. That's all there is to the Coleman stove. To put it back, go reverse, put the tank inside. Watch out for the grid to be very cold because you're going to burn yourself. So that's it. That's how you do the Coleman stove. Okay? The lantern. The lantern is probably the most difficult one to start, and sometimes you have to replace the pouch, the mantle in English. So that's a bit difficult because we're working in winters usually, so people are cold in and everything. So we try to do it the right way. One trick: if the mantle is broken, replace it right away. So if you're inside, hey, replace it while it's warm and leave it there. Don't burn it yet. If the mantle is okay, just leave it there and try not to bump the lantern too much, okay? Because it's gonna break. It's only dust basically. So the trick here to start it, okay? You've got multi-position on the lantern on your switch, okay? Some I may have varied in time. The minus here is start is off. This is to clean. This here is to light, see the match? And then plus is the operating level. You may have two mantles also. Okay, the military one have two, mine has one. The pump again, turn it twice and pump. Okay, you hear it, put some pressure into it. Make sure your tank here is always closed. Okay, you should have refilled it before. We had a video about that. Okay, and you pump it. If the pump doesn't pump, we'll do a tutorial on that later on. Okay, I just want to light up the three items and then you can see how to do it. Okay, I'm using a butane lighter to light up my match, but the match is going to be quite high before it turns away. Jeez, am I going to have the lights? Come on, burn. Yeah, okay. See that puff? That means the fuel was accumulating. That's normal. Okay, sometimes you can bring it here, which is slowing down here again, and it cleans a bit the thing. So when it goes that way, now you can put your 15 count of that. Okay, if you had a new mantle, what you do is when the puff happens, you shut it down. Let the mantle burn. Okay, because it's gonna have to burn first, and you don't want the juice, the pressure of the fuel to push on the mantle while it's burning. And that way the mantle is going to burn because you light it up with the fuel. And once it's burned, then you start again your lantern and you get that precise burning. Okay, once it's steady, you put it on plus, and you let it go. Okay, don't leave the handle high when you deposit the lantern, because it's gonna become hot. Make sure you lift it to, make sure you put it down to lift it when you want to carry the lantern. You want to shut it down, simple. Shut it down this way. It's gonna burn a while, okay, but it's gonna end at one point, which will let it go. See what happens. Again, same principle, except same pump, same opening for the fuel tanks, but this one is the control for how much fuel do you put. Okay, peak one are peculiar in that way. They don't have a knob. Some have a knob like the old style. Oh, my holder is pretty broken. Oh no, they don't. They have a knob and a controller. This one has both of them. Okay, but the peak one has only the controller. Okay, so you see oh, am I in screen? So a control knob on off, and this is plus minus. Okay, so this one is different. Works well, but the pump is a little fuzzy on the edge. So again, pump, okay, and to light it up, I'm going to use this one because it's more accessible. You just open this valve, okay, and as you can see, it doesn't burn very well, so it needs more pressure. And you can play a bit with that. When that's going to be warm, this part, okay, that's going to be, the flame is going to steady up. You see, I'm not sure if you see the blue, but you might be able to see that the flame has steady up. Now you're ready to boil. Okay, simple. To shut it down, again, you just bring this lever till the end, okay, and you wait for it to settle down and cool down before you put it back into the box. Okay, same thing for the lantern. So that's the way those three are working, and it's all of them that you've been using or you will be using. All those three, I mean, with the Coleman stove. So this is it. This is the video. It's a presentation of the equipment. Lighting up is really simple. The most difficult time we have is either because they're getting old, the generator, the line that brings the fuel is the one that goes up, the one that goes across, and the one here that comes from the red tank. They're getting messed up on time, and we're using them, we're abusing those, and the QM has no time to change them or pieces. So it might be mostly why our stove are not working, but it's about as complicated as that to use them. For the troubleshooting, we'll do another video about it, and it'll be a short one. There's not much we can do to troubleshoot our equipment. There's the pump, the mantle. We could replace the generator in the stove. Unfortunately, we're not allowed for this by the system to do it. I would loved it because I would spend about an hour doing it before the cadet arrived, and all my stove would be working perfectly and for the next year. So it's a solution we'll have to work out with the quartermaster at the base and see if we could have the equipment to do it. It's not complicated. You unscrew it and you screw it back, and that's about it. So it's I may do a video. I have one I have to refurbish. It's all burnt out. It's one like this one, but the pump on this one doesn't work, so we'll see what we can do about that. So that's it. Hope you like this video. We'll see you. Please give the thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.